Online arbitrage is getting saturated. This is talked about a lot right now online on Amazon, Twitter, on, I don't know if it's talked about on Facebook. I do not hang out on Facebook and stuff, but a lot of people, there's actually a lot of negativity, floating around right now in the space. And I want to give you guys my take on it. But before I do, we have a Discord server. It's the best place to hang out with other sellers without all that negativity, without all those people trolling and stuff, because yes, Amazon, Twitter is super toxic. Best place to actually hang out with sellers that really care about you, that really, it's such, I'm so grateful because people in the, we have such a great community, and like, if you want to hang out, you have any questions regarding selling on Amazon, just join the Discord, link in the description. Let's get into this video, all right? So, what is my take on it? Is online arbitrage really getting saturated? I really disagree. I don't see that. No, I need to say, I haven't been selling like a lot of these sellers for like 5 years, and yeah, maybe if you look at like and especially if you look at during COVID, like at the peak of COVID, when there was that those supply chain issues, I think, yeah, compared from like you were able to make way more money at that point probably. I don't know if it was the case before that, but I don't think online arbitrage is getting saturated because I still have great return on investment. Those people say that like you should be happy with 30% return on investment on average and stuff, and like I'm way above that. I'm like double, more than, I used to be more than double, like twice above that. I was, you guys know, I told you my average return on investment was 78% back when I started online arbitrage. Then it went to 70, and now I'm focusing on products that sell way more, and it's trending to 50, but it's more around 60 something right now, my average return on investment. So the reason my return on investment went down is not because Amazon is getting saturated. It's just because I focus on product that sells faster, and I'm okay with taking a hit when it comes to return on investment just for my products to sell faster. And I have a video on that, by the way, on the reason why I did that. I explained that it's a great way to scale actually faster. Check out this video because this is where I make the calculation. I explain that stuff. But I don't see online arbitrage getting saturated. It's just not true. It's still a great way to make money, but I should say that if your storefront is Stanley Cups, Kachava, all those products that fall into lead list and stuff, and like if you just buy lead list and this is where you find your leads, yeah, those leads are getting saturated, of course. Like there's no such thing like if 10,000 other people find the same product as you do, of course the price is going to tank. Of course you're going to think that Amazon is getting saturated. Now, there's always a space, there's always a spot for anyone who is ready to innovate, for anyone who is ready to push things forwards in any industry. There's always space for those people. And if you really find ways to be great at sourcing and have a whole place, like to be totally fair, if you watch my advanced sourcing strategy playlist, if you watch those videos, I think there's 7-8 videos, this will give you a game plan. This will tell you how to source and how to be profitable for potentially the next 5 years, because nobody is going to do that. Nobody is doing that. Most sellers are lazy, and this is why they find trash as product, and this is why their price tanks, right? But if you put effort into it, if you really try to do things the right way, if you like just watch that place, you'll be set. You do not have nothing to worry about. Just go the extra mile. You will find great products, and you'll be able to make money in the long run, right? There's no such thing as those strategies getting saturated, because it requires a lot of work. It requires it requires a lot of practice. You need to dig, and you need to have knowledge of how Amazon works and stuff. And if you know all that stuff, there's no way that a new seller is gonna come and take your seat at the table, right? There's just no way. If you really put effort into it, like there's no competition. There's really no competition at that level. If you actually do online arbitrage at that level, and it's not like it's a crazy level. Like the strategies that I talk about in the advanced sourcing strategies playlist are not like a crazy level. Like, you do not need a PhD in aeronautics on space engineering to do this. It's still easy. It's strategies that are a little bit more advanced, but it's still easy. You can learn them and apply them. It's not like crazy stuff. It's not like you do not need to be big brain, like a big brain guy to actually do those strategies. It's just trying to think a little bit further than the other person, like the other people are thinking. That's it. And you just need to keep up with the competition by being a tiny bit further than them. And this is why you need to work on your strategies. You need to work on your process every single day. Document them, create game plans for websites, because you need to cultivate your competitive advantage. How do you do this? You cultivate your competitive advantage by building knowledge on websites, on sales cycle, on finding new ways to source, and to source more efficiently. You need to cultivate that. You need to work on that all the time, because yes, people are going to catch up, but you have 5 years. Like, if you really know those strategies, I'm going to tell you, you are 5 years ahead of all those people, and you need to keep growing the gap. All right, or do you keep growing the gap by learning and developing new strategies? That's it. You need to, because things will change in every single industry. You are not going to be able to do the same thing today that you will need to do in 10 years to be profitable. You could get away with, selling Stanley Cup, selling, Lulu bags, selling all that stuff. You can get away with it for a few weeks, for a few months, maybe, maybe for a year. But like, people are going to catch up with that, right? And people are going to make money with that because it's so easy. And this is not a good way to set up the foundation for a great business, right? This is just to make a quick buck. This is not how you're going to make money on the long run. And it is not worth it for you to actually do. Like, to be honest, it's not worth it at all. It's not worth it at all. Just build the foundation. Build the foundation to have the process to find product every single day, to have a stream of new leads every single day, and you'll be fine. You'll be totally fine for the next 5 years, maybe for the next 10 years. Things will change. You will need to adapt. Like in any industry, as I said, like in any industry, it's going to be the same thing. You will need to adapt. But right now, if you watch all my videos, if you watch all the sourcing videos that I made, you are years ahead of the pack, right? And this is why it's so important, because, as I said, if you watch yesterday's video on outsourcing that I made, it could be qualified, and I said it in the video, it could be qualified as fluff, right? Fluff, because a lot of guys, what they want is super practical stuff all the time. How to do A, how to do B, how to go from 0 to 10,000, and like have a clearly defined plan. But the truth is, guys, that there's no clear defined plan for you to grow in the long term. We don't know what's going to happen, and you need to set the direction. And this is why I believe those videos, and I know those videos do not work as well as if I were to make sourcing videos all the time. Sourcing videos work super great when I share game plans and stuff, but those videos that are a little bit zoomed out and that help you look at your business with an eagle view, like an eagle eye view. I think this is how you call it. I'm sorry if it's not, but you get what I mean. If you're able to zoom out and really, set your direction, set your philosophy when it comes to business, set your philosophy when it comes to life, all those things put together will give you a competitive advantage. You need to be able to zoom out and to set your direction, to set your philosophy. Right, and if your philosophy is just to make a quick buck, like to flip those stuff, and you're not going to survive in the long run. This is not how you survive. If you think that you can outsource, you can hire a VA and that is going to do everything for you for stuff for $3 without having the proper process set up, same thing. This is not the right philosophy to have, and this is why those videos that I make, that I know do not, because I know the people that are going to watch this video, even if it's one quarter of the people that actually watch the sourcing videos, the people that are actually paying attention with those videos are the people that are going to succeed. The people that are actually, putting attention into those things, into trying to figure out which overall direction to go with your business, with trying to develop a philosophy when it comes to business and stuff, those people are going to succeed in the long term, because this is what makes the difference between a great business person and and just someone that will not progress in the long term. Yes, you are going to make money in the short term. It does not matter if you can double your money in the short term if in 10 years you go broke. It does not matter at all, right? So you need, you watch. Do not only watch content on on Amazon and on O2s and stuff. Try to learn about a lot of things, as I said in yesterday's video. Once again, try to learn about a little bit, because that way you'll be able to innovate. And I talked about innovation in another videos. Innovation is the meeting point where ideas that do not seem related at first meet, right? You can learn some things from chemistry, some things from, I don't know, like mechanics, like how to fix a car. And this can bring, like, you can put those things together, and it can bring new ideas that haven't been explored yet, and that you can potentially apply. And I know it sounds crazy, but this is how you can stay creative, and this is how you're gonna have great ideas, actually. Like, read the book. How is it called? Because that quote on the definition of creativity comes from a book from the founders of Pixar, and I forgot how this book called. I think this book is called Creativity or something. But just find, you know what? Let me look at it right now. Books from the founder of Pixar. What is the name? Yeah, it's Creativity Inc. Read this book. Super great book. Watch the book read the book where great ideas come from, and do not get too do not put blinders and just focus on Amazon and think that if you just focus on Amazon, if you just follow people on Amazon Twitter, you are gonna grow. This is not how you grow in an industry. You need to keep your eyes open and see what's happening in other industries, because what you see, if you apply what's happening over there, they may learn something that we may not learn on Amazon, like in the Amazon industry for the next 20 years, 30 years. You don't know. Things do not evolve at the same pace, right? So keep an eye open everywhere and keep innovating. If you stop watching my videos today, if you only need to remember one thing, for the rest of your life that is going to apply not only in your Amazon business, but for the rest of your life in other stuff that you may do, you need to keep innovating. And how do you do this? Is by keeping your eye open on what is happening everywhere, not only in your industry, but what is happening everywhere. Keep learning about a lot of stuff that may seem like, stay curious. Keep learning on stuff that may not seem like they are going to be useful. Just try to keep curious, If you have a car, try to figure out how the car works, right? Try to figure out how an engine works, right? If you have pain in your knee, try to figure out the anatomy of your knees and what can cause pain in your knees and stuff. Or if someone in your family has some pains there, same stuff. Try to learn a little bit about everything. You're going to be able to draw lines between foreign concepts together, and this is where great ideas are actually gonna come to your brain, right? You guys know that I love economy, I love microeconomy, I love macroeconomy, and a lot of the concepts that I develop when it comes to selling on Amazon, all just like not only the concept, but like the strategies that I use are not stuff that a lot of people are talking about. And this is stuff that came to me by, learning other stuff, like learning, and all my philosophy is deeply influenced by economy, because I'm not passionate about economy, but this is something that I'm really interested in it, right? And a lot of my strategies are ideas that you can see actually if you watch my videos. Oh, the way I think is influenced by economy, by microeconomy, by macroeconomy, and and by finance as well. So keep your eye open, keep learning about stuff. As I said, if there's one thing you need to remember from me, if there's one thing that I want you guys to remember from me, even when if you stop doing Amazon and stuff, is keep learning about stuff, stay curious. And if you do, you will never go broke. All right, so do not not look, do not listen to those guys that say that Amazon online arbitrage is getting saturated. It's not. It's really not. Stay positive all the time. Do not listen to those guys. And yeah, guys, that's it for today's videos. Watch these other videos. If you want more practical videos, I have whole playlists. I think I usually put one of those playlists on my videos here. So watch these videos. I release a new video every single day at 3 p.m. I'll see you tomorrow for the next one.